I got this title from Ingi. Usually I change titles, but I decided not to do it this time. First, I want to tell you that I'm a mechanical engineer and my specialty was in product development. And the products that I have been developing through years have been either products in web or in telecommunication. Yeah. I love working with creative people, even though although I'm not that creative myself, but I think that most people have a creative side. But yeah, working with creative people is the best, I think. And I'm really fortunate to be working at a company where we have both graphic designers and computer nerds, or as we call them, programmers. Media is a big word. When I started to do these slides, I thought of why won't I just check the dictionary. And this is what I got. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the last thing there, media includes every broadcasting and narrowcasting medium, such as newspapers, magazines, TV, radio, billboards, direct mail, telephone, fax, and internet. Wow, this is a job you have got here. But when I took a look at this, I thought, well, all those things are quite merging into the last word there. Newspapers, magazines, TV, radio, billboards, everything is going onto the internet somehow. And that's, yeah, I think that's really something that we need to have a look at. This is a chart that I got from a source called Karat, the media consumption. I don't know if you see this well, but like you can see there, if we have a look at this from 2000 to 2020, we can see there are a lot of changes. It seems like the analog TV is changing into digital TV and internet. And the light blue thing there, that is analog radio. It's completely changing into digital radio according to this. So, wow, there are a lot of changes, and we already feel them. And my opinion is that analog TV is dead, really. For the younger generation at least, they don't look at analog TV as the older ones do. This is maybe harsh, I don't know, but we are looking at things like this. This is how it was, and this is how it is. And this is happening quite quickly. And maybe our living room looks more like this these days. So even though we're all together, we seem to have all some kind of phone or computer or TV in front of us. That's just reality, I think. I also talked about the analog radio. Maybe it's dying, maybe not, I don't know. But I think according to this source there I showed you before, maybe it's dying. And part of the reason is Spotify. We have all these kinds of books that we can listen to. And also we have podcasts that are more and more popular. The 21st century radio channels that you can listen to in your car, the gym, or the beach. That's how they describe them. So I, for one, am really tech savvy, and I like listening to tech podcasts. I don't like going out for a walk, but when I have podcasts in my ears, I do. I do like going for a walk when I have something good to listen to. So this is changing my behavior in a way. I don't think I would go for a walk if I had just the radio in my ears. So yeah, there are a lot of situations. You decide what interests you. This is sort of the mantra that is going on. And I don't think we can just ignore that. This is how it is. And there also is a new trend. We're probably reinventing business, like some of the speakers before have talked about as well. Uber, for example, is a platform where people can get a taxi in a whole new way. Probably most of you know how it works. But their business model is really interesting. It's personal service, available on demand, and priced by usage. And this is what people are doing over and over again with other businesses as well. Airbnb is one of them. They have got more hotel rooms in a couple of years than Hilton has in decades. So, you know, there is something there, and people are just taking the normal business model and, you know, just don't think of that anymore. They just do something online and see if it works. And that's the same with, you know, we have talked about this before, Spotify, Netflix. Spotify is doing this for music, Netflix is doing this for TV. A long time ago, Skype did this for telephones, and Bitcoin, I don't know about that, but maybe banking is in danger. Peer-to-peer lending is also a big thing, so we need to have a look at this. And the platform is the web. And what seems to me going on here is people are helping people. They're just striking out the middleman and doing things themselves. And traditional businesses are in shock. We don't know how to build these all kinds of services. We have to think all those things all over again. But people are helping people, and we have also things like crowdfunding and crowdsourcing. When I was investigating these words a bit the other day, I found out that we had also crowdfunded journalism. There are actually two platforms, Beacon Reader and Through the Cracks, maybe more of them, I don't know. But for example, this Beacon Reader, that's a sentence from them. We have tools for journalists and for readers to create crowdfunding campaigns to help important stories get told. I think this is something that will probably be hitting journalism really hard, and something everyone should have a look at. People helping people, we also have this one, CrowdMed. Have you heard of it?
Every day, millions of people around the world struggle with unsolved medical cases. Many have spent years going from doctor to doctor, but with little success. Unfortunately, the medical system today is fragmented, overburdened, and under-coordinated. But now there's an innovative new way to bring these patients the answers they so desperately need. With CrowdMed, our technology allows anyone, anywhere in the world to use their medical knowledge and experience to help return these patients to health. CrowdMed is an online community where thousands of medical experts from dozens of countries collaborate to help solve even the world's most difficult medical cases, anonymously and on their schedule. So how does it work? You start by signing up as a medical detective, which only takes a minute or two. Then you can search or browse through hundreds of active cases, looking for those that you can uniquely help solve. Collaborate with patients and your peers as you discuss symptoms, medical history, and other clues that could help crack the case. Build up your CrowdMed reputation by making smart diagnostic and solution suggestions and supporting those of your peers. As your ranking and influence increases, you can earn the right to participate in more advanced cases, earning points and even thousands of dollars in cash rewards while improving your medical knowledge. Our patients understand that your suggestions do not constitute medical advice, and only their doctor can provide a definitive diagnosis and treatment plan. So you needn't worry about liability, just providing patients with the helpful answers that they need. We've already helped solve hundreds of challenging medical mysteries, and you can help us solve more. Ready to help save lives? Then go to www.crowdmed.com today. CrowdMed, harnessing the wisdom of crowds to solve the world's most difficult medical cases online.
You know, I don't know if this works really good, but they say they do. But this is the same mantra. People are helping people. And they're finding the web, they're using the web as a platform. And we have a few future certainties that I'd like to share with you. Bandwidth will get bigger, the digital generation will get older, information will be even more available. devices will become more powerful and increase the range of functionality. This is something that we can't just take for certain. And then we have this Internet of Things. Probably most of you have heard of. Every device is now connected. At least 10 billion connected devices are here today. And they say that in the future, or in the near future, 99% of all devices will be connected. Everything will be connected to the internet. It's kind of scary, but I think this is what we just have to face. You've probably seen some of those. We have smart thermostats, connected cars, activity trackers, smart outlets, even parking zones are censored. The internet is everywhere, and we have this overflow of information that we can use somehow. And user interfaces are everywhere. That is where the graphic designer comes in. We have to make good user interfaces for everything. So typical to quote Steve Jobs, but he said this: design is not just what it looks like and feels like, design is how it works. And this is what at least we at Hugsmidjan have been thinking about for many years now. We need to get things working, and it has to feel right. So user experience is something that everyone in the media should be having a look at. We have these old people also that we need to help. There will be all kinds of devices that this lovely lady will be using. And if the user experience is not good for her, maybe she won't be using it. And I'm really fond of this one. We really need to take the technology and art and blend it together. This is where the magic happens. Even by looking at the people at Hugsmidjan, my company, we have graphic designers and we have programmers. By looking at them, I can see they're really different people. But they sit together and they have to work together. And they see things from different perspectives. And when they get along and find a good solution, there's when the magic happens. So I really think we need to blend this more than we do today. I think we are too much in silos. So blend the people together. That's something that we at Hugsmidjan at least do. And I think people all over the place should do. And I want to talk to you about stereotypes. Programmers look like this, at least people think they look like this, but probably they look more like this. And I really want to change that. This is 1980 something. We need to stop thinking about nerds like this. They're really normal people and could in fact also look like this. Programmers are not just people that are using mathematics to do wondrous things. They are also thinking how to do the user experience good or well. And they are really creative. And programming is creativity. When you're doing all kinds of software, you have to use the creativity and the user. You have to think how users think, and you have to create something new along with a designer, for example. So we must stop thinking about programming as not creative. And we need more people that are unicorns. In my profession, we call people unicorns. That are those people that have both studied graphic designs and programming. They're really sought after, and we really need them. They're really good people. And so if you find a unicorn, take a good hold of it and yeah, do something good. But what is good for business? I think it's a wide range of skills. We need all kinds of people, both for graphic design and for programming. And we need both girls and boys. And I'm particularly worried about why girls don't like technology. You have a home project. Talk to girls about technology, please. It's nothing to be frightened of. You know, girls need to know about technology. It seems as though people are speaking more about technology to boys than to girls. And I want to change that, so think about that. And these days we are reinventing organizations. This is a really good book, by the way. What I mean by that is we are going from hierarchy to network. And people that are coming to the workforce today, they are used to thinking in networks. They're used to Twitter, they're used to Facebook, they're used to getting a hold of anyone. So we can't be in the silos that we are used to. So networks is something that probably will be taking place in many companies. You know, at least we tried at my company to have groups that are blended instead of having all the graphic designers in a department and all the programmers in a department. We blend them together, and that's really working for us. So network is the way to go, on my opinion. And then there is the content. We have been talking about content is king for years now, and it still is, in my opinion. Big data is there. We're getting all those information, and we need to take this data and make information out of it. Hjalmar will probably go deeper into this later today, but this is really important. As journalists, there are a lot of projects there, I think. And I want to leave you with 2 sentences. I think that layers of machinery that separates content creators from those who consume it are dead and gone. And the winners in this environment will be those who can successfully empower their readers, listeners, and viewers. They want something authentic. So this is me. Thanks for listening.